Like,
and they owe me cookies.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Somebody who owes you
They
cookies?
owe me cookies.
I need to hang out with you more.
Here's your walker.
Walker across the stage.
Yeah.
Because we're so long.
Right.
We won't put that in there. But I mean, there's quite a bit.
I can't help but laugh at that footage. I hope it was enough to let you guys know that this video is super fun, super interesting, really good content. It is some older footage, but the content is amazing, so I wanted to share it with you all. It's a really great glute workout, also a Q&A with Tawna, Eubanks, and myself. Go ahead and enjoy it, and know that my next YouTube series is starting tomorrow morning, so I'll see you guys then.
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for clicking back on my channel. I'm so excited for this video. We actually just finished recording it, but I'm recording the intro after because that's what really happens in YouTube life. But we just filmed an awesome leg day glute workout for you guys. It was me and Tawna Eubanks here at Destination Dallas in Plano, Texas. Is this Plano? This is Plano. Okay, so we're in Plano, Texas, and honestly, guys, if you haven't visited this gym, you need to visit it. The vibe is very much so like Gold's Gym Venice, so I feel at home here, like totally at home. Everyone there is in there, putting in the work, working hard, and we definitely worked hard today. We had an amazing glute workout, so go ahead and sit back, relax, enjoy the workout, and I'll see you guys in there for exercise number 1.
Huh? How do you feel? Like you have your workout?
Yeah, I'm tired. Like, I feel it.
I know, I don't know how much heavier you can go. I felt it even in the first set, honestly.
That's a good breath.
You got it, slow and steady. And explode up. Explode, good. Solid. Explode. Explode, that's 3. All the way, all the way, all the way. Good. 4. Push, 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 push. Let's get 8. That's 5. Just go to 8. You got it. Come on. 6. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good. 2 more, just like that. Make it grind. Make it hurt. Push, push, push. Good, you got it. Last one. Get ready. Explode with everything. Get everything. Good. Good, you're good. That's awesome. There's a few left, so it's fine. Yeah. 6. Good. 7. Keep it up. Keep that pace. Come on. 9. One more. Up, up, up. Good. Awesome. Yeah. So at the end you're like, oh,
Awesome. Yeah. That was awesome.
up, explode, explode. Come on. Good, good. One more, let's go. Get everything you got. This rep matters the most. All the way. Good, you're good. Woo, good set. That one hurt. Okay.
Alright. We're going for 10 again. 4. Stay strong like that. 5. Good. Keep that. Let's go. Up. There you go. Come on. Last one right here, right here. Up, up, up. Good. Nice. Woo. Oh, I fist bump. That's a good sign when you're like, I always fist bump. I know. Okay. Such a dude. 5, 4, 2, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, sorry.
Yeah, we've been going pretty high tempo.
And that's the thing too, is like a lot of people always ask me, you know, how long do I rest
In between to recover.
exactly?
So
And that's what I try. That's what I try to explain, because some girls, a lot of girls are like, I gotta go, I gotta move, and never rest. And it's like, I believe in that when you're trying to do like a HIIT workout,
or a conditioning type workout.
Yeah, but if I'm going any kind of heavy weight, and really just in general in between any of my weights, unless it's like real high rep, I rest a good solid minute and a half.
Yeah, because then you perform better in your set.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the same mentality. I do like the HIIT workouts, you know, like the conditioning workouts. They have their place, but not in every workout.
Come on, you got it. Push, 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 push. Steady. Good. 2. Come on, 3 more. 3 and done. Go. Push, 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 push. Good. I'm right here. You got this. Go. Push, push, push. Come on. Good. Last one, just like that. You did everything you got right here. And up, 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 up. Good. Woo! Good. Okay. You want to 5. Good. 2. 3. Come on. 2. Last one, last one. Stay strong. In it. Focus. Come on. Up, 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 up more. Good. All right. Yep. Yep. Hell yeah. Awesome. We did it for each other. Yeah. Okay, high five.
That was amazing.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give her
hers. Alright, so we just did a reverse hack squat. We did a total of 4 sets, and we started with higher reps. We started with 12, went down to 10, 8, and then 5 reps. And what we did there was we continued to add weight. So the more weight we did, the less reps that we did.
Yes, it was pretty grueling, but it was awesome. So the basic form on this is going to be just like your squat. You're going to make sure your normal squat. You're going to be sitting back. You want to make sure that your hips are going back with your glutes. You want to keep your head forward. Your natural instinct is going to be to like tuck your head down and look down at your feet. But you need to keep your face forward, head up. And also, again, make sure that you're keeping that back nice and straight. If you do find that you're rounding your back or even arching it too much, then you probably need to drop the weight down. The goal is to go up in the weight for us today. But again, for me, it's like I knew where my boundary was on going too heavy, and I did 2 sets of 8 instead of trying to go for 2 more reps. So just be smart with it.
Always make sure to put your form before the weights, because your form is most important. So good with that one. We're gonna move on to the next exercise.
Alright, our heart rates are officially pumping now. We just did deficit reverse lunge. Deficit is elevated up on a box. And we did 2 sets of 10 each leg. we both agree that it's best to do all of your reps on one leg and then switch over and do all of your reps on that next leg. You can absolutely do opposite, but it's gonna take
balance.
it's gonna take you a lot longer, and it's definitely already hard enough to balance on one leg up on a little box. So
For sure. And then just some tips whenever you're doing these. Make sure to always keep your core engaged in any exercise that you're doing. All you're gonna do is step back nice and deep, go into the lunge, come up pushing through your heel, squeeze through at the top, making sure to squeeze the butt cheeks. I always say that ugly butt means that you're squeezing it right. So it's not supposed to be this pretty perfect round thing whenever you're actually training your glutes. So don't be afraid to make a real squeeze, because that's gonna make you have a really great booty.
right on.
Next exercise. So this is the new machine that you have?
Yeah, we got a bunch of new equipment. Anything that you see in here that has the lime green on it, it's Prime equipment, and it's really cool. It's not just brand new fancy looking equipment.
You don't just like green?
No. I mean, I do. It's cool looking, right? Like, I love it. But it actually has a really cool feature. So any of the weight-loaded machines are gonna have this 1, 2, and 3 levels.
Okay.
And that's where you can put the different weights on different ranges, and it's gonna help you feel it in different areas. So if you put the weight on one, then you're gonna feel the weight all through the full range of motion. So at the bottom, in the middle, and at the top. If we put it on number 2, then we're gonna feel most of the majority of the weight and the hard working is at the bottom.
Okay.
And then it'll get easier at the top. And then if we put it on 3, it's gonna get harder at the top and let go at the bottom.
Cool. I've literally never seen any machine like this.
I haven't either.
That's awesome.
And I did hamstrings the other day and did it with all of the motions.
Better than any other hamstring?
I'm lit.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's do it.
All right.
17, you got it. 19, come on, all the way. 20 and down. All right, go ahead. 5, you got it. 6, good. 7. Woo, you got it. 8, good. 9, last one. 10, drop it. You got this. Last 10. Not enough, my ass. 2, I'm gonna die. 3. Come on. 4, good. 5, finish strong. 6, 7, 8, come on, 2 more. Come on, good. Last one, make it good. Nice.
Shut up, guys.
You talking smack?
Yeah. Oh my God, the lactic acid is so awful. What is it about quad burn?
Quad's hard. It's honestly so hard.
I think it's the worst. 9, 8, 7. Come on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come on. Up, up, up. Oh, go. Woo! Yes. Is it burning? Come on. Come on. All right. Woo, baby, it burns. I was so wrong. So glad I'm done. Come on. Ow. It burns.
I was so wrong.
You were so wrong.
Oh, man, up.
It hurts.
I want to talk smack to him, but I'm kind of scared.
I'm still burning. And I'm burning for you.
Oh yeah.
When I took that second one off, I was like,
my quads were so burning so bad. I had to walk away from each set because everybody that was standing around, I wanted to hit.
It's like a slap.
It was like all your improvement is just hitting somebody. Like that's, you know, the pain you get, like anger. You get like pissed off. Yeah. Like, it hurts that bad. You don't know what to do. I just wanted to hit somebody. Yeah. I just kept walking away.
What I hate is when you're in that pain and in that moment, and someone makes a joke and laughs.
It's not funny.
It's not funny.
Yeah. There's nothing funny about what's happening.
I just worked my ass off and it hurts. And you're not doing anything.
Let me be angry for this moment.
That's why I walk away. Have you ever seen me just do a set and walk?
Alright guys, so we just did leg extensions. We actually only did one set, but it was a drop set, so technically like 3. What we did was we did a higher weight for 20 reps, stripped some weight, did 10 reps, stripped more weight, did 10 more reps. So there's no breaks in between those 3 little sets. Brutal. Brutal. That's it. There's enough said.
Like, that's your tip.
That's your tip of the day.
No, but guys, like drop sets, I love drop sets.
Yeah.
They're good to throw in there every once in a while. You don't want to do it on every single exercise, but
Yeah, it's too much.
especially on something like a leg extension after we did like a squat compound movement. It's really good to get that burn in there. Like I was saying earlier, the lactic acid is real. It was pumping. You know, we did started off with 75 pounds. We used all quarters, by the way, 25-pound plates, so that it was easy to strip off. So just keep that into consideration too. And we just took 25 pounds off each. So we did 75 pounds for 20 reps.
Yep.
And then 50 pounds, and then 25 pounds for 10 and 10.
Yeah.
And it was enough.
Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad. Like even to me, I was like, is this gonna be enough weight? When you're doing it and you've done 20 reps and you still have 10 and then 10 to go, I promise it's enough.
I was like almost crying. So y'all are gonna enjoy that one.
Does it feel okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
How many?
We'll be good. 20.
And how many banded walks?
20.
Did you do like 10 each side or until you're done? I did like 4 walks that way, 4 walks that way.
Cut booties from your mouth. Wait, cut booties? No, butt touch my plate. Like, as soon as I was like, oh. This is like a fucking sex game with all this shit going on.
One and done. One and done.
I know.
I hate bands.
It's a good pump.
Awesome. We have one.
They really go handshake.
Awesome.
Okay guys, we just finished our last exercise. It was actually a superset. So we had these glute bridges and then we also had some band walks. So we explained the glute bridge, like how to set it up and everything.
Yeah, so we got a preloaded straight bar and it's a elevated glute bridge. So you're gonna be flat on the ground, which we had a small squishy mat for our backs because, yeah, you know, bone on concrete does not feel great. No. So when you do put your feet up, elevated, you can go up on a bench, but we just felt that that was going to be too high. So we just found something that was a little bit lower, and it's the same rules with any hip thrust or glute bridge that you're doing. Keep your eye gaze forward, chin tucked, and thrusting up through the top, squeezing at the top. But yeah, we did, what did we do there?
3 sets of 20 reps.
On those. Supersetted
with the band walks, which we did differently. The first set, I kind of put the band right above my knees, and I did it side to side. I would go side about 4 steps, and then back 4 steps, and kept going. And then another way is the way that you showed me. We put the band.
We put the bands on the middle of the foot, around both feet, and then you actually don't go laterally. You go forward, you go forward. And you keep the feet out wide and toes pointed forward, and you just keep the steps and keep that resistance on the band. And we just kind of found that we just went up like 10 or 20 and then went backwards. So you actually keep the same form and everything, and you just step it backwards, and it really helps getting on that outer glute right there.
Yeah, my glutes are super pumped.
Yeah, that superset. And also on the elevated glute bridge, we put a band around our knees.
Yeah, lots of band work. It's actually really good to incorporate bands because you're working different muscle fibers than if you're just doing straight strength training. So that's it. That's the end of the workout, right?
It was.
Please say yes.
Yeah. I'm like, wait, let me grab my bag of tricks here. Yeah, no, we done.
We're done. So awesome workout. Thank you guys so much for joining.
Yes.
We're gonna get a sip of water, kind of cool down for a second, and then we're gonna answer some questions for you guys. I really will send you one. They ship, and they owe me cookies.
What?
I'll tell you later.
Somebody who owes you
They owe me cookies.
I need to hang out with you more.
Okay.
Just become best friends.
Yep. Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Let's be serious.
Okay, so our first question. I'm working hard to compete in my first bikini competition, but I see so many girls regain most of the weight post-show. How close to a prep diet do you ladies follow in order to maintain a figure you're happy with in the off season? Wow, what a question.
I think that's a great question.
Like
So common.
The best, yeah.
I think one of the best things is to have accountability post-show. So a lot of people, the reason why they gain the weight is because they've had someone tell them what to eat, how much to eat for so long. And then after their show, all of a sudden, they didn't purchase a post-show plan, so now they don't really know what to do. They're like, well, I'm off of prep, so I can eat this. And they have no structure, they have no accountability. So my advice is to buy a post-show plan from your coach, or at least have someone keeping you accountable post-show where you have to check in with them. That way you'll stick to something that still has structure, and you really, really need to reverse diet out of your shows. So I think that's kind of my best advice.
Absolutely, and I completely second that. I will say, just from experience, I have done and been that girl where she rebounded extremely, and I ate because I could. I can eat this. I'm done competing.
Yeah.
You know, I deserve this. I can. And then I can and I deserve this turned to one too many trips to the pantry. And then it was, you know, it's later, it's harder, you know, you got to think of it. It's like when they say a yo-yo diet, it's because if you diet for a long period of time and then eat a lot and gain a bunch of weight, you're going to have to work that much harder to go back down. And it's just a vicious cycle. So if you keep it consistent, which it's by no means, we say reverse diet. Yeah, you need to, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's hard.
Oh, it's harder than the diet itself.
It's hard because you know mentally that you can. So don't reverse diet so hardcore that you don't reward yourself and then you do end up caving.
Agreed.
So do reverse diet, absolutely, but do keep those little things here and there to help keep your mental stability going too, so that you don't cave in.
To allow yourself that flexibility.
Next question. The base.
Who was your biggest inspiration in the fitness community to start what you did? This is a really good question. And when I think about whenever I started competing, I started competing in 2013, and I did it because I was reaching all of my goals in the gym, and I didn't really have another goal, and I've always been very competitive and athletic, and I was like, what's something else I can do? So I decided to do my first show, and once I did it, I fell in love with it, and I just kept going and going. So I kind of did it for myself.
That's really, well, that's fun for me to listen to
Really?
your story because I don't know your story.
Oh,
and
cool.
you have turned pro, you know, later after me. I turned pro in 2011.
Yeah,
I've
been,
crazy. Yeah, I feel it makes me sound old or
No,
something.
no,
like
no.
2011. Like,
here's your walker.
Walker across the stage. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, when I first started to compete, bikini was so new. I mean, it was only like maybe a couple years. Yeah. But I actually started competing because I've been on stage my entire life. And whenever I moved to Dallas from Waco, which is just like a couple hours south of Dallas, I kind of did the same thing. I wasn't weightlifting, I wasn't in the gym, but I was like, I need to be on stage. I need to be competing in something, you know? Or
So question for all of us, why were you always on stage? What did you do? Did you dance?
Yeah, I did dance, I did cheerleading, I did beauty pageants.
I didn't know this. This makes so much sense now.
Yeah, I did all of that. And I was in sports too, so I had always been athletic. And I knew that I wanted to do something that was like, you know, being on stage. And I had always asked my mom in the beauty pageants, I was like, do I have to, couldn't I just only do the swimsuit portion?
No way.
Yeah. And she was
perfect.
like, yeah, she was like, okay, because they have that in the world.
Well,
they do. And yeah, so I met my husband, and then he said I would be great for the industry. He started training me for my first show, and I competed, and the rest is history.
Fun fact,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell a little story, which you don't even know this.
Okay.
In 2013, I started competing, and I believe it was my 4th show that I did. So I did the Dela, I got 3rd, Branch, I got 3rd. I went to California, I got 1st, but I didn't win the overall. I got 2nd. And then the very next weekend was actually at the Texas State competition in 2013, which she was competing at as a pro. And it was the first time that I saw the pro bikini division compete. And it was before I went on stage for my prejudging, and I saw her up there, and you were the one that was on stage, and I was like, oh, like it clicked, like I got it, and I won the overall at that show, and I swear it's because I watched you go on stage first.
No.
It like clicked. I was like, because your stage presence.
You're giving me goosebumps. Oh my god.
No, you were so good up there, and like it was just so cool to see you like in your element and doing your thing, and that actually like totally inspired me in my presence. I swear my presence was so much better because I saw you first.
Oh. Yeah, so. I won that year.
Yeah, I did. I won the amateur. You won the pro.
That is so cool. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I've been waiting to tell you that story actually.
Really?
Yeah, I knew I was going to do it on camera.
Because I'm getting emotional.
I know.
Because I love being on stage. I love performing.
That's how I am now. Like it's like my favorite thing is just being up there. Just like I get chills thinking about it.
I know.
Yeah, and also you have to realize like I didn't even have an Instagram account before I started competing, and it wasn't that much of a thing. So it's not like we knew a lot about it. Now you have YouTube series dedicated to it. You have Instagram. There's all this social media promotion. So you guys have really good people to look up to. Which honestly, I kind of wish at that point that I did, because I feel like there's a lot of knowledge out there. There's a lot of information being put out there throughout your YouTube series, my YouTube series, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really good for the newbies coming up, because they have a lot of stuff available to them that maybe we didn't.
Yeah, we had to experience the things on our own, and that's why we give back now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. Oh my god.
I know. I didn't know that.
That's so cute. I had no idea.
Yeah.
That is so crazy.
You're amazing on stage.
Thank you.
You're like, I know. It's true. That's you have to though.
Yeah. No. I really do need to practice my posing though.
Yeah, right. What's your least favorite thing about the industry?
I think that sometimes it seems a little unrealistic to always be on point. I think it can portray that everybody looks that way, that they're always in the gym 7 days a week, training 2 hours, like going hard, and carry my meals with me everywhere, and it's just, that's not realistic for everyday life. Is it for contest prep? Absolutely. You set out a goal, you make your goal, you go with it. This is what you have to do, but not for forever. I don't think that enough people show that that's not reality always. You got to find the balance, and it's not reality to stay jacked all the time, or to stay ripped up all the time, or just stay in this super athletic shape. So I think that's my least favorite thing, is this body image that is not always really.
I love that.
Yeah.
I agree. It's a huge problem. I think for me, and this isn't just, just the fitness industry, it's kind of all industries, but it does deal with the fitness industry. For me, it would be the whole following thing, right? So having a following, whether it's people who don't have followings, who put the people with followings on a pedestal where they should not be, because I believe that we're all humans and I believe that we're all equal. Or it's the people with a following that put themselves up there and look down upon other people who don't have followings or act as if they're not important, when I think that everyone is just as important. So it's really important for me to make sure that, like, my whole goal is to spread love and truth no matter where I go to whoever it is. So that's one of my goals, and I like meeting other people who are also in the same position, who have the same mission and same goals, just to help people. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing these videos. That's why we're sitting, taking time to answer your questions. We definitely could be napping or doing something else, or
eating cheesecake.
Because
maybe we are later.
Right.
But, yeah.
But we genuinely care. We genuinely want to help you guys. We want to provide information that maybe we didn't have whenever we started. So we appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos.
Yes.
And we hope that you'll join us for the next one. If you want to know any of Tawna's information, it's going to be linked in the description box below. So make sure to press show more, check all of that out. Follow her on Instagram, on YouTube, on everything. It's all there. And make sure to show her some love, because she's awesome. She's an incredible human. She's a great competitor, and I'm thankful to get to know you. So.
Aw, thank you. And thanks for having me and joining in. It's been so cool to have you here. And was the awesome thing about it, was that it was just kind of fun to be like, hey, you want to train together? And then we were like, why not,
let's film it,
share it?
Yeah.
And that's you nailed it right on the head. To be able to give back means everything, because we didn't have that. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.